In entrepreneurship journey, there is no competition. There is always collaboration.
We are coming up with world's first hand of God, we call. It will be 101 feet height, spiritual sculpture. Any entrepreneur or any individual who is a decision maker doesn't want to fail.
Because until and unless you open up, no one is there to respond. If I want to reach one point, I have to bypass traffic, I have to bypass certain challenges, and then I have to bypass a door wherein I may have to open or the door may get opened automatically.
Welcome to the Talk of Town podcast, where we are in conversation with entrepreneurs who have achieved extraordinary success and are on their path to fame. So let's make them the talk of town. Today we have with us Mr. Shiv Shankar. He is a serial entrepreneur where his experience expands over multiple industries. Let us listen to him talk about his challenges, his learnings, and how he is able to convert these opportunities into success. Let us dive straight into this conversation. Hi Shiv. So let's get to the point, right? I think I have read your profile and I know that you're working on this magnanimous project called Indo-Window project. So I would like to understand one about the project itself and what was your vision, because I know that it's really, really massive. So tell me a little bit about that.
Hi Raksha. Indo-Window co-connects with India and a window wherein foreign individuals, foreign nationals can peep in and understand about our culture. Indo-Window comes with a tagline, Culture County. So wherein various aspects, because India is very much diversified and it's a bundle of various mix of cultures. And wherever you mark this, actually always it co-connects with positivity, lot of learning, and it gives you high mileage towards growth of personal growth, as well as when you consider it as a country also. India is very rich in culture.
Correct.
So in this way, Indo-Window, the name co-connects with culture, and it targets foreign families and entities, wherein this is a reap time to introduce our rich Indian culture to outside the country.
Got it.
So this is what it is all about, likewise.
So how did you come up with, what is the vision first of all? I would like to know that where do you want to head with this?
See, it's a mix of presentation of culture and then very strong appetite of the income generation in the mode of foreign currency, to be frank. See, as of now, when you compare the rich heritage, rich culture, rich art of India, we were unable to market it in international platforms because we lagged behind in marketing and sales, for sure. Because when you go for an art piece sold at Sotheby's or any other thing, when you compare it to our Indian art and everything, it is 500 times much more richer, and the weightage is very much, but we were unable to showcase it, we were unable to market it.
Okay.
So in this way, we strongly feel this is a reap time wherein the showcasing of this Indo-Window project co-connects with commercial viability as well cultural viability, wherein the vision permits us to make someone come over here and experience practically, and they should be able to immerse with our Indian culture.
Okay.
And totally when we talk about the vision, it is positive exposure of our culture to some individual or some families wherein they are unaware of our Indian culture. So this is the vision.
So the way I understand it, it is like a resort. There is going to be a physical space where there is going to be which is going to propagate Indian art and culture.
Yes.
But I just want to understand, how do you plan to even start executing it? I'm sure that it's not a one-time thing.
That's right.
Because it's really large and I
Yes.
know about it.
Yes.
But I want to understand that execution, I think, holds the most
That's right.
importance here.
That's right.
What is the plan? Like, is there a roadmap you've already put in place?
Yes. Say in a macro, if I want to present it, it's an 8 to 10 years vision what we have binded it, and it has got 3 phases. See, it's a win-win situation for any big project with 8 to 20 acres of land is involved, and a lot of thought process goes on inside. So here we are very keen on partnering even our state government and central government in coming days.
Okay.
This is part 1, and part 2 is when the phase wise plans what we have done. Before 1 year we have done lot of thought process with reference to this, and still execution takes another 1 year.
Yes.
So in this way what happens, we strongly feel it's not an one-man show. That is part 1, and it is a collaborative approach wherein on an average 20 to 30 years experienced individuals have been considered to our advisory board, and they are standing ready to guide us and take forward us. And it's a win-win situation for us because everyone is proud about our Indian culture and the way it is, and it is a time to share it to the whole world. And seriously, what happens whenever this kind of huge project and which is more than 100 CR budgeted, it takes lot of what you call finite process wherein we have to execute, and it's a long-term vision for sure. And here, say, rather than focusing on 5 projects in different 5 regions, we have given very much emphasis to one core project with 3 phases, and for the next 10 years we are full, soulfully full, mindfully full, and what you call mission also is added to, and we are dedicated and marked for next 10 years for only this project likewise actually.
Wow, so that seems like a really long term vision that you have.
Yes.
Now, where is this located, Shiv, if you can just throw some light there?
Say when we went for searching the geographical mark and everything, a lot of comparisons went on, and a lot of markings went on actually. And if we see the growth of Bangalore outskirts likewise, the major issue what we see is what you call the scarcity of water. That is the first priority what we have marked, wherein that was one thing wherein the Bangaloreans are facing right now. And in coming days, what do you call it? It will be in much more. The problem will be in
the scarcity will just increase more.
Yes. Rather than it will be in a depleting mode likewise actually.
Right.
So in that way, while comparing Bangalore north, east, west, south or likewise, we have marked it at Bangalore south. So it is coming at Kanakpura. Outskirts of Kanakpura, so around 7 kilometers, and if you mark it from Bangalore center, it's hardly around 2 hours of journey.
Okay.
Likewise.
Superb. Now, just to understand, who are the different stakeholders that we can think of when you come to this project? Because I can see immediately, if I think of, there are artists obviously that are involved.
That's right.
But what other stakeholders are there, and who can be part of this project?
See, our Indo-Window project has got different verticals. Say for example, we are bringing in Tortoise Park,
Wow.
And when you mark about Wildlife Protection Act, we can't use very much tortoises, or there are particular tortoises we can't showcase. We are bringing in a mix of traditional, what do you call, tortoises which are permissible, and apart from that we are bringing in a mix of robotics also, wherein the young generation can mix with even what do you call, the species as well the tech also. So in
Wow.
that way, the tortoise park is a mix of tech presentation, wherein the humanly mix is involved there, wherein soulful attachment can be there. And rather than showing a tortoise picture, you can hand over a tortoise saying that this is how the tortoise looks actually. This is part one. And we do have a bee park, it will be there, wherein when
You
we
mean honeybee?
honeybee parks,
Okay.
say we strongly feel uh, say architecture, from the architecture perception actually, we strongly feel rather than setting only a compound which doesn't communicate, it should communicate. So hence this bee park has been envisioned. And what do you call, the surrounding of whole Indo-Window project will be covered with flowers, various themed flowers are likewise, and there in between the bee park is there.
Wow.
So wherein anyone can experience it and anyone can go for honeybee related farming process, they can understand. It's a kind of education also will be given, and rather than adulterated deliveries, they are going to get like the best quality honey in our premises also.
Wow.
And add on as open art gallery. So wherein yes, once again, like India is very rich in art and everything. So it's a kind of an open art gallery wherein from different parts of the world, any artist can participate, showcase, and there is an culture exchange and an art exchange also. So this is the three verticals which includes as a base.
Okay.
And something we wanted to include unique or world's first something special. So in that add-on for Bangalore, it will be a proud moment. For Karnataka, it will be a proud moment. And for whole India, it will be a proud moment. We are coming up with like world's first hand of God, we call. It will be 101 feet height spiritual sculpture.
Wow.
Wherein it is Shiva's hand holding Damru, wherein inside the hand there will be a meditation center, there will be a deity space.
So we're talking about a real, like, life-size
Yes,
structure.
life size around 10 stories sculpture
God.
will emerge, which we call it as hand of God. So this is like the attraction, main attraction of Indo-Window, wherein which speaks of the strength, the power the Lord Shiva holds. So this is what the uniqueness, what it has been included in our Indo-Window project.
Wow. So there's spirituality, there's flora and fauna, there is art.
Yes.
So it's really massive, and I think it attracts a lot of not just interest but employment as well.
Yes.
And I think it is just a huge opportunity people should look out
Yes,
for.
yes.
But from an investment standpoint, are you looking for investors, or is there an opportunity for people who are in the same mindset? Can they also, are you looking out for such?
See, when we talk about investments, there are around three types of collaboration opportunities with us. Say, when we talk about long-term proposition, this is our seventh project. So we stand complete, post completion of sixth project, this is our seventh project.
Okay.
And this proves our ability to initiate, to execute the project, and then at the end of the day we can see the fruitfulness. So in that way, surely this kind of big projects needs big hands and big souls participation,
Right.
as well collaboration. We do have project partnership opportunities, we do have asset ownership opportunities, we do have club membership opportunities. Say when anything related with hospitality, wherever in the world, we strongly feel you should have a community which should back up or stand behind to support your vision or mission.
Absolutely.
So hence it is a mark of covering 2000 club memberships. So wherein 2000 families should be able to proudly say I am part of Indian culture, I am part of Indo-Window likewise.
Okay.
And apart from that, coming to project partnership, when the wavelength matches, when from the perspective of an investor, it is meaningful, it is contributing to our Indian culture, our society, and then comes the return on investment, the safest bet so far of a project which is very much transparent, which is very well planned, and with a long-term proposition. So these and all counts with reference to project partnership, and what it gets for a project partner when they participate is obviously the financial gains will be there, because we do have got around 10 types of uh, uh, business verticals binded within Indo Window.
Wow. Okay.
So apart from that, we do have mix of sales proposition wherein real estate comes into picture. So we strongly feel when 20 acre around of project is there, in between somewhere people want to stay, people want to have an creative asset rather than only asset.
Correct.
Say an individual who has got already asset done, purchased, who has got bank balance, very good bank balance, who has got everything done. So there is still one what do you call hollowness,
Vacuum. Yeah.
vacuum,
Yeah.
wherein always they will be in hungerness
out of-
with
yeah,
something creative which is not there with others.
That only creativity can
Yes,
give.
yes.
True.
So in this way, what happens? They can own a creative space also surrounding Indo Window, and so this is where the collaboration happens. So we strongly feel need of the RS like-minded project partners who can participate, keeping in mind long-term vision and qualitative association, and very good output. That is the return on investment, because obviously it's written, and right now when you compare Bangalore real estate, Bangalore is the most happening thing actually.
And off the roof prices.
Yes,
also.
yes, yes. So in that way, you can assume nearly like downline 10 years marked. There will be obviously, like if you split it into 3 plus 3 plus 3, actually around 9 years, you are going to see on an average actually around 20 to 30% of appreciation for sure.
Wow. Yeah.
Because the roadmap of the Karnataka government, the central government, it is in a broader manner, and even another one, airport talks are happening.
Yes, the second
And
one.
then you do have an extended outer ring road emerging up, and what do you call, metro is getting expanded. So it leads one side population growth, it leads one side opportunity to participate, buy, and sell it further when the good markup comes up.
Got it.
Lot of opportunities are there in Indo Window, majorly like project partnership, asset ownership, and club membership.
Got it. So where can people find all this information if they are interested?
We do have our website called as indowindow.com. It is live already.
We will tag it in our
Yeah,
comment description.
sure. And apart from that, 24/7 we are available.
Okay.
And we are like customer centric individuals, wherein very much call away from, or very much message away from, whenever something pops up or something rings. We are there to answer anyone actually, likewise.
Great, great. Okay, Shiv, I can't help but ask, why tortoise and why bee park? Like, it's been lingering in my head. Why did you choose that specific?
See, One thing is through our previous experiences, uh, we say Indo Window is a very big project of 20 acres. And with our 17 to 18 years experience, practical experience, any entrepreneur or any individual who is a decision maker doesn't want to fail.
Yeah.
So with this mindset, what happens here is always we have one over with any projects with an approach of collaboration. That is part one, main thing. And second main aspect of any big project is start with small. So in that way, what happens, Tortoise Park, when we talk about, it's a very minute part but a valuable part of Indo Window. And a bee park is also a valuable part but a minute part of a Indo Window. Say to gauge the wavelength and to have the practical survey understood from the public perception. So we need to start with small part by part projects rather than going very big. So in that way, a lot of feedbacks will make us refine our project.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as it said, when you write a story about a project or a what do you call business model, it keeps on changing rather than standing stagnant. Like
Correct. Every conversation gives you a perspective.
yes.
Correct.
So in that way, exclusively Tortoise Park and a bee park is very small and valuable part. But rather than going at one shot with a big start, we
okay.
wanted a small start with experimenting the things.
Okay.
And it is very near. Say bee and tortoise are very much we see has to be there a part of education right now. Say rather than theoretical education system, we are bringing in a part in Indo Window wherein it's a kind of a practical education, wherein even any parents or any kids can participate and opt for an 1 week package, and they can learn bee farming, and they can learn about marine biology. They can get attracted to marine species, know about marine life and everything. So this gives the practical approach to start with small and end with big, likewise.
Super. So Shiv, just taking forward about the project, I'm very, very curious to know. So now there is going to be stay in that resort. There is going to be experiential spaces within the resort and restaurants. Does it also function like a regular resort as well?
See, to put forth this, it covers 3 phases. In first phase, it range bounds around 8 acres to 10 acres.
Okay.
It comes with Tortoise Park, Honeybee Park, and Hand of God, which is 101 feet height. And then there is something called as Green Gurukul, wherein we give emphasis to Sanskrit occasional teaching and learning.
Okay.
And then it comes with our rich part of our heritage application, Ayurvedic therapeutics. And then there is an event space, wherein there also we give emphasis to like cultural events, which is going to happen. It's a part of our earning proposition. And there is obviously food and related aspects. This covers the first phase, wherein the stays are part of that. The lodging is part of actually. And the second phase covers medical tourism. Say it covers on an average 6 to 8 acres. And in second phase of this medical tourism, the holistic environment will be created and state of the art operation theater will be there. And this is, it co-connects with senior living also. Because we strongly feel Indian health fraternity has got that qualitative upper edge when you compare it to other part of the world health representations.
Correct.
And when you compare it cost wise also, it's very much affordable to international health related seeking individuals also.
Okay.
So in that way, and as our 17 years of journey co-connects relationships very much with doctors, surgeons likewise, and I am associated with Rotary also. So in that way, a mix of service and a mix of care as well a mix of business has been added in second phase.
Okay.
And third phase is a last phase wherein we strongly feel uh, when India is discussed or likewise, the one darker part is whatever it's there, it co-connects with cheap things are likewise.
Ah.
So we wanted to come out of that because say India and Indo window if we combine, in every aspect it should be rich and qualitative. And in that way, in the third phase, an 9-hole golf course will emerge.
Wow.
So wherein it gives you an perception wherein everything is available at one point surrounding our Indian culture. And so in this way what happens, as if someone becomes a project partner, if someone associates with us and where he purchases an asset, or if he wants to opt a club membership, there should be a mark set, the standard set,
Right.
wherein it should be a win-win situation for the investor. So in that way, even after 20 years or 30 years, if I am talking about my next generation or likewise, not only reaping the benefits should be towards like upturn.
Right.
So
Yeah.
in this way, this covers the three phases with different presentations, which is very much qualitative.
So, Shiv, I think magnanimous is the right word associated to your project. It's
Thank you.
really, really big.
Yeah.
And you have already mentioned like the project cost is, I think, upwards of 100 crores.
Yes.
Now, I think it doesn't come easily to entrepreneurs to think big, right?
That's right.
Whenever you're starting out, especially, there is this self doubt, if I may say, that can I really do this? Because most of us probably have worked before, or say out of college also. Somewhere you want to say that, okay, let me start this, let's see how this goes, and then take it further. But I think, like just listening to this, what is your take on thinking big? Because I'm sure that you had that breakthrough and you this is big. So
That's
can
right.
you just talk a little bit about your thought process in the way you do business?
See, the base has been started from strongly surroundings I would like to share. Say from my childhood till date, I have got lot of support and push for extra curricular activities when marked with studies.
Ah.
So studies was around 40% and 60% it was mix of sports, cultural participation likewise. And it gave us immense positivity when it connected to failures. Say when you play some sports or likewise, it's mix of what you call losses and wins.
Correct.
So rather than only one-sided. So hence that is one part wherein we got that patience level extended when we when we went ahead saying that let's see what it is there when we move little bit forward.
Further.
Likewise. So and in this way it got us immense confidence with us. Even if we walk forward in a momentum, lot of people are there and even society supports you if it's good,
Correct.
if it's positive, if it is helpful,
They
if
walk
it is
with you.
productive. Yes. So in this way, always, whenever I have tried with something which is positive, which is not harmful for the other side,
Yeah.
a lot of individuals, lot of groups, either it may be, or lot of positive souls, or likewise, it has given us that positive push to go further actually. So in this way, the challenges are not marked as small or big. Challenge is a challenge. So hence what happens when you are given one assignment, or you consider yourself as I am capacitated to take an assignment, and if it is done, then you go ahead saying that okay, let me go for a bigger assignment to mark it and to get it completed. So hence, I strongly feel you should start with smaller experiments. You should always have that rough experiences with failures,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
should be able to understand that. And then what happens, even big challenges, your mindset itself saying that
Yeah.
it is not big, it is only a challenge. So like that I want to put it forth.
Superb, superb. So now for entrepreneurs who are probably first generation and they want to start out, what are some of the do's and don'ts? Like say, let's say 3 do's and 3 don'ts of business, especially in the hospitality segment, because you carry massive experience in this area. What advice would you like to give to someone who's starting out? So say 3 do's first. What are some of the things they have to do?
See, practically, if I want to chart it out, there are so many numbers, but as three is marked. The first one is always when you have a vision, always be prepared or get prepared with the mission supported by elders. Say, here what it makes is when you surrender yourself, when you share your ideas, and when you share your vision, mission, or likewise, uh, because already they would have experienced this.
Correct.
Always they will handhold you.
It's a shortcut.
Yes,
They've
yes, and
already
they
done it.
will never wish you to fail. And this is part one. And second part is always we should remember when we start our entrepreneurship that we are socially binded. I mean to say is, in an open sky, I can shout, I am an entrepreneur, and I am a visionary or anything, without society participating. That is always me, myself. And if nothing is there other side, there is no vision, no entrepreneurship, nothing. So connecting with society, collaborating with society, and collaborating with more than plus one should always be there. And in entrepreneurship journey, there is no competition, there is always collaboration.
Collaboration. I agree.
So this is second part should be kept in mind. And further to add on to the second point, always the results or the outcome is interconnected from the other side. Say if I want to reach one point, I have to bypass traffic, I have to bypass certain challenges, and then I have to bypass a door wherein I may have to open, or the door may get opened automatically. So it's a mix of a natural phenomenon wherein everything counts a lot. And rather than it's my mistake, my win, or my achievements, it is all put together, interconnected with society and social platform. So always you should be able to keep in mind. This is the second. And coming to third, actually, always you should have more than 4 or 5 options when whatever you are planning with, whatever you are starting with. There is some saying that there is no plan B. But say when you compare it 30 years back or 20 years back and 20 years or 30 years ahead, as tech, as innovation comes into picture and as fast changes are happening, always you should be adaptive.
Correct.
So in this way, what happens? You should have that capacity to consider yourself a part of a system or part of an what do you call ecological change,
Yeah.
wherein you should be always ready to walk
Adapt.
in. Yes, adopt and walk forward. So these are the 3 points which can be co-connected with do's actually.
Right.
And when we come to
Don'ts. I
yeah,
think
don'ts.
that's more
Yes.
important.
Say always what happens, finance or money are the backup, are the standard foundation, is itself, I consider it as the main aspect of anything you want to achieve. Say, here say practically, I may love actually, and what do you call, but with actually the monetized platform, I can love very much in a much more what do you call stronger manner. I mean to say the entrepreneurship
You
journey.
have more leverage, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in that way, when finance is available and it is worked out in a very good manner, so it gives you much more positive push to achieve anything. So don'ts, the first is without having a base of monetary funds, you don't
not venture into.
into it. You end up in a mess, you end up in an psychological down,
Yeah.
and it may not give you further opening doors opening to your next anything you like to
Anything,
do
right,
likewise
right.
actually. So
Okay.
this is first one. And second one is, always what happens here is you rather go with a very much experimental manner wherein you can write your rules or whatever it may be. But always what happens here is don't go with only your own thoughts. Say there are lot of failures which has been written, which has been shared.
Yeah.
Okay, and so in that way, what happens? Don't think you are the one who can decide. Don't think you are the one who can win over this. Likewise, so always what happens here is don't be individual. Okay, and don't consider your thought process is the best. So always watch for or depend upon the
Experienced elders.
experience, the stories which has been already written, which has been already shared, which has been already implemented.
Yeah.
So it's a win-win situation. So in that way, don't have that mindset. I know everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the third part, coming to don'ts actually, uh, don't engage wherein without measuring your capacities, without measuring any valuable small parts or a big parts of any story actually. Don't overestimate and don't take those challenges which are very much big enough. Say always what happens, don't go for it until and unless you are prepared.
Yeah.
So in that way, the best practices are you should have at least 80% of tools when you go to a war. So in that way, don't decide and start anything without any preparation. So these are the 3 don'ts I wish to cover here today.
Very valuable because I think it comes from practical experiences. You
Yes.
have done so many projects. Like I know that you've been involved in a lot of projects. So that spills over to my next question about when somebody is starting out businesses, right? Like you know, social media is filled with business
That's right.
information, knowledge, and content. There is Simon Squibb. I don't know if you have heard of him. He says that you should always invest in one business. Like think of one and make that big. But there are other disciplines which says that have multiple sources of income.
That's right.
Right? So say you start one, put it on autopilot, go to the next one, and
That's
develop different, streams of income.
That's
Now,
right.
as an entrepreneur, I know you're involved in a lot of them.
Yeah.
So what do you think is the right one for someone who's starting out, like say a young entrepreneur? I know one at a time, of course, but are you a believer of multiple businesses, or are you a believer of let's focus on one business?
See, I firmly believe the focus should be on only one business until and unless it reaches one stage wherein there is very minute need of your supervision. And you would have built a very good team, you would have written your business rules, you would have written your execution, the way of execution, each and everything is lined. And there is someone to take care, or one team is to take care. Then if your hungerness persists to go for another one, so it's right time to start with. And see, due to technological innovation, and we talk today about AI, or any technological advancements are likewise, everything is in fingertips. But when you mark business based on relationships, it takes long term for any individual to execute and come up with say, okay, I ended up with very good business model which is getting me very good propositions, and then only you should be able to venture into next, because see, always the passion, the dream are not constant for any individual. It changes, it keeps on changing. Say today I am passionate about painting, and after 2 or 3 years my inner soul says go for singing, go for dancing.
Is that okay?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
So in that way, same likewise, if your environment permits to control or to operate 2 or 3 business, wherein it doesn't end up with a mess which hurts even other people, or I strongly say society. Say you employed 100 people and committed with very what you call long-term proposition, and winded up with short-term things. It affects society.
Correct.
So hence you should be able to measure your capacities, measure your financials, measure your back-end supportives, and then you should be able to venture into what you call multiple ventures likewise, I strongly feel.
So Shiv, last thing, what do you want to, that one line that you want entrepreneurs to take away from this conversation?
Yeah, in one line, if I want to pitch it, or want to give away to be entrepreneurs, or likewise, it is never hesitate to ask anybody, because until and unless you open up, no one is there to respond. So you should be able to always be ready to ask, be ready to communicate, be ready to talk, be ready to request likewise. So this is one line I wish to put forth to all budding entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I think essentially they won't know what we want, and I think but that hesitation is there.
That's right.
And I think that's the first thing people should work on. Amazing, amazing. I think so many takeaways from this conversation, and overall I can see that you are a strong believer in positive collaborations in general.
Yes.
And believing that there is no such thing as competition, and everyone
right.
around you are collaborators. I think there's so much to take away. You're
Yes.
such a people's person, and I think we're going to tag your website in our description,
Okay,
so
sure.
people who want to get in touch with you will.
Thank
you so much for this conversation.
Thank you.
And we really are very grateful for your time.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me here. Thank you.